Carlton Town TV, sponsored by Aerocom. I'm here at the Shifnal Town ground with the Carlton Town joint first team manager Mark Harvey, following today's 2-1 defeat in the FA Trophy. Mark, we were 1-0 up at half time. Was that a missed opportunity today, do you think?
Massive missed opportunity, to be honest. We're all gutted in the, all the staff are anyway. Me and Andy are. I think that, fair play to them. They're a good side. They came at us at the start of the game, and you could see what they were trying to do. They were playing some nice football, but we stood firm, seeing it through. We got the goal. We possibly could have had another one, and then second half, I felt like we was in complete control until they scored, and they'd almost run out of ideas, and they chucked the ball in. We'd not picked his man up, free header, and it's 1-1. And we just fell to pieces from there, and it's inexplicable, really. That said, I still felt like we could get an equaliser as the game went on, and we, obviously we did what we always do and chucked a lot of men up to try and get it, but it's not acceptable. They're a good side, but I'd have expected us to beat them, and even now after the game, I'm looking at it and thinking, I don't know how we've managed to lose it from a position where we looked in control.
They started quite well, and we were grateful to Felix for making a couple of decent saves in the early stages. But certainly from my point of view, as the first half wore on, we took control of the midfield, created some opportunities, and we got a lovely goal from Niall Davey to put us 1-0 up just before half time. Yeah,
it was a fantastic goal, and we nearly replicated it not long after with a very similar move. I think put it just wide, but yeah, the goal was superb, and like you say, I think after that, whether that early start where they came at us fast, I thought we took control as the game wore on in the first half, and I was disappointed it was only 1-0 at half time. That said, they always look dangerous on the break. They're a good side, they're a lively side. The six playing for them in midfield is a hell of a player and runs the show. And we didn't know about him. We did warn the lads about him, but sometimes you can't. Yeah, you can't stop somebody who's that good. It's just disappointing. It's just disappointing that we just sort of chuck the towel in, rather than okay, we've conceded a sloppy goal. Let's see it through, get back on top. But we didn't. We let them get back on top. That from there, all the momentum shifted towards them. We started making silly decisions and giving silly balls away, and stop playing our football and started just whacking it. And we've got to stop that, or we're going to get nowhere this season. We play a certain way. We've got to keep us disciplined. When things are going against us, we've still got to keep us disciplined and keep doing the right things, because that's what's got us where we are. And today we just shut the towel in a bit. It was very, very disappointing from my point of view, how we lost the game.
They equalised, free header at the back post from a cross in, and as you say, certainly watching it as a supporter, don't often say this at Carlton Town games, but it looked like they wanted it more than us in that last 20-25 minutes, and there could be no complaints from our point of view as supporters watching about their second goal.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they wanted it. Clearly, you walk in that dressing room, clearly the lads did want it, and we all wanted it, but for whatever reason, after that first goal, we just stopped doing what we'd been doing all game, and they just looked more and more and more of a threat as the game went on. To me, I mean, nobody put their hands up for either goal, so we will be interested to see the videos on it. But the second goal's appalling for me. They've had 3-4 corners. In quick succession. We've cleared his lines, but not dealt with the seconds, and he's whipped it in, and he's got a free header to score again. And it's we don't concede goals like that. It's ridiculous, and we'll go nowhere if we keep doing that. So we've got to address that.
No, I'm sure you look at that second goal, because they played that short corner all game, and we didn't pick it up.
No,
we didn't pick it up. We cleared, and then they did it again, and they scored off it.
Yeah, and we've had this conversation in the dressing room. Like I say, nobody wants to put their hand up, nobody wants to take responsibility, but we'll find out what went wrong when we watch the video. But it was poor. There was 2 poor goals from our point of view. I'm sure they're delighted and they'll say that they've worked on that. And but we shouldn't be conceding goals like that, and we all know that. And we've got what we deserved in the end.
There was a point in the second half, Mark, when it was clear you and Andy were wanting to make changes to affect the game. But we saw a couple of subs, and it seemed to take forever, 7 or 8 minutes to get them on. Was there any particular reason for that?
No. Obviously, we were defending that series of corners, so we didn't want to make the changes while we were defending the series of corners. And then once it got away from those corners, obviously because they'd just gone 2-1 up, we was changing what we was doing, and we decided to go 2 up top. So we'd had a couple of minutes just to talk about how we was going to do that. Yeah. And of course, then they keep the ball well, and the ball won't go out.
No.
Alex has did say to me, "We're not going to get on, are we?"
I've spoken to you. I've spoken to Andy this year about the depth, the strength in depth of the squad, and it's clear for all to see when you look at the subs bench. But today we're missing Nat and we're missing Carl, both of who have had really decent seasons, and we're missing Ash up front, who scored so many goals. Yeah. Did the lack of those 3 players affect the end result today, do you think?
It shouldn't do, should it?
No, but did it?
Well, that we'll let everybody else make their own minds on that. Look, to lose 3 players like that, quality players, but I thought Kieran did superb up front, in replacement for Ash. I thought Greg had a really good game, where Nat probably would have played.
Yeah.
Now Davey played where Lammy probably would have played and scored.
Yeah, lovely goal.
And nearly got another one. So no, I don't think it cost us. But obviously, losing 3 quality players is going to affect any side. But we have got quality to replace them, and it showed today. It's literally defending from set pieces and balls just chucked in the box and not defending them as a team. That's not singling defenders out. As a team, we need to defend them better. We need to stop the balls going in, and we need to do it when it comes in. If Felix had chucked some in, there'd have been at him for doing it. So Felix has dealt with what he's had to deal with, but we have not dealt as a team with the balls coming in the box, and it's cost us.
So focus now, Mark, switches to Tuesday night, and the Not Senior Cup. We're in the first round for the first time in a long time. Where Clifton coming, we get a home game at last.
Yeah.
Fully focused on that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, obviously the squad's quite bare at the minute, but yeah, we'll go again. Obviously, it's a competition that realistically we are capable of winning, and let's be honest, the trophy and FA Cups aren't. So. We have a good run and see how far it takes us. But our focus hopefully is to go and have a go at winning the Notts Cup. The squad's what it is at the minute, so we'll chuck the lads out and hopefully we can get the better of Clifton. But there's no give-me's in football, you know that.
Well, Mark, it's very damp here. It's much easier to do these interviews when we won. We didn't play well today. We've lost the game. Thanks ever so much for speaking to us again.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.